So when they came to you and they said, Pablo, we'd like you to play a leprechaun, you went, you have the wrong name, right?
When you're 6'5" and someone asks you to play a leprechaun, you do it. There is just no argument in that conversation. It's going to come around once in a lifetime. This was it, so here we are.
Oh my goodness. So when you got on set, were you concerned at all that they were going to do sort of a stereotypical leprechaun look, a little hat, suspenders, a little feather?
I practiced looking as short as possible for a long time before I realized they really wanted me to be tall. No, I didn't. One of the things we're doing away with in this show, or trying hard to fight against, is the misconceptions that leprechauns have suffered for many, many years. That they're short people on cereal boxes, chasing pots of gold at the end of rainbows. They're not. They're not.
They're, what are they then?
They're ancient, tree-dwelling Irish people from the motherland.
And they have a chip on their shoulder, like they're angry, they always wanted to fight?
They're angry because they were brought to this country by people who then abandoned them for things like television and cell phones. And they don't like that. And so they get mad and they fight people. And you would too if you were in their position.
So he's an old god then, yeah? So back in the day, what were people worshiping about him? Just like the magical...
No, in the actual lore of leprechauns, people would leave food like milk and bread on their windowsill in order to garner favor from leprechauns, sprites, and fairies. I'm not lying to you.
How far down the wormhole of leprechaun research did you do? Did you find some books? And
I'm a serious actor, okay? When I get cast as something, I read about it. I read all the Leprechaun books, every one of them.
I wanted to ask you about working in this world, because if you hit pause on when it's playing on your DVR, you could print it out, put it in a gallery. It's so beautiful.
It's beautiful, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, that's one of the rewards of getting to work with Brian Fuller and Michael Green, are two amazing showrunners. They are two of the best we have right now at putting amazing visual sequences on television. And I knew immediately when I heard that they were going to be doing the adaptation of Neil Gaiman's novel that it was a perfect match for the source material. So, yeah, it is what it is, man. If you haven't seen it yet, you will know very soon. It's a really, really, really amazing project, and I'm so proud to be a part of it.
How often did you have to do like fight training for this? I mean, there's some serious scenes you have with Ricky.
Yeah, there's one big fight scene in the first episode. I honestly didn't do a lot of fight training for it because it's just something that I do a lot of anyway. Because I'm so large, I get cast a lot for beating people up. So I know how to beat people up. So I just brought my skill set and put it to use, and just let it like bounce off of the ball of muscle that is Ricky Whittle.
Lastly, I want to ask you about the hair. Obviously, they had to give you a new hue. So how long did that take? Obviously, that shade is not easy to come by.
Yeah, it was very red. I would say fire engine red. That's a wig. So I had very, very short hair, and we just put a wig on top of it. But the real key to figuring this one out was originally we tried it on, we had this like Tom Waits vibe, like this homeless guy, like wow, you know, all over the place, and it was all messy and stuff. And we tried the wig on me and it just didn't look good. It just looked terrible. It was awful. Nobody would have liked to look at that. So I suggested that we cut the sides out and make it into a mohawk and give them, because one of the things that's really important about all the old gods is making sure that they could fit into some segment of modern society really well. So my take on him was that you could easily find him in Williamsburg or Silver Lake or Los Feliz, whatever hipster haunt you want to name, that you could walk into a random bar in some neighborhood like that and find this big tall guy with the big red mohawk.